What is up, FBG fam? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another Genshin Impact video. So for today's video, I wanted to speak directly to my free-to-play players and my low-budget spender players because I know that makes up the majority of my viewers. It's something specific that I want to talk about because I see this question being brought up more often than not, especially in my live stream that we just had. I had this question a couple of times and I see it in the comment section as well of my videos, and that is, when it comes to the Raiden Shogun, should they go for C1, should they go for the signature weapon, or should they save for future characters? And this is once again for my free-to-play players and my low-budget spenders. My best advice and my best recommendation when it comes to this question in particular is to honestly just save. In my opinion, if you're not able to guarantee yourself the C1, or if you don't have the ability to guarantee yourself the weapon, then I don't advise you to try and go for it. Now keep in mind, the C1 is an absolutely fantastic constellation that will allow your Raiden Shogun's ult to hit harder, and the signature weapon is probably the greatest thing that you can place on your Raiden Shogun. It's far and away the best weapon that you can place on her. There's no other polearm in the game that comes even close to what the Raiden Shogun signature weapon is going to be able to do for her. The only issue is if you're a free-to-play player or if you're a low-budget spender and you can't guarantee yourself to be able to pull that weapon and to obtain it, then you might be going on the weapon banner, dumping all your primos in there and walking away with nothing but the secondary weapon that's on there, and then you're having buyer's remorse, or you're upset that you dumped that many primos into a banner and didn't obtain what you were wanting to obtain, when you could have saved those primos and your intertwined fates for a future character that you might be interested in, as in a Kokomi or a rerun, whether it be Ganyu, Zhao, Albedo, whoever the case may be, Kazuha, to come down the line. It's just more of a guarantee and less of a risk to just save your primos, save your intertwined fates, and focus on future characters if you're a free-to-play player or a low-budget spender. When I say low-budget spender, I'm speaking about somebody that just gets the Welcome Moon Pass or just the Battle Pass, something like that. Because it takes a lot to guarantee yourself a weapon. It takes a lot to get the C1 on a character. Now, if you can guarantee yourself the C1 on a character, even then, when it comes to the Raiden Shogun, as good as the C1 is, I think you might find more value out of getting a future character down the line, because the C1 is great and it's going to allow your Raiden Shogun to hit harder. But I think a future character might be a little more valuable, because the Raiden Shogun at C0 is still an absolutely fantastic character. And I think it's still going to be one of the best characters in the game when she drops, even at C0. Really wanted to quickly interrupt here because I was editing the video and I just realized that I didn't add a crucial piece of information where I'm being transparent with you guys and open and honest, because that's how I always want to be with you. So the transparency is within myself. I'm talking about free-to-play and low-budget spenders, but I didn't tell you what I'm going to be doing, and I think it's pretty obvious if you take a look at my channel. I am speaking from somebody that's planning on going extremely deep on Ball's banner from a, I guess you can say, whale standpoint, as I will be whaling for her. So I'm going to be trending towards that C6, because I get that question all the time. Yes, I'm trending towards C6, and I will be obtaining her weapon. Those are guaranteed things that will be happening. So I am speaking to you from the perspective of a whale, but I do have the free-to-play mindset in place because I've been free-to-play in other games before. I understand the struggle. I understand what it takes to go for a certain character or weapon and how much grinding and patience that all is. So I do understand where you guys are coming from, but I don't want you to be watching this video and be like, this guy's talking to us free-to-play and low-budget spenders, meanwhile he's planning on whaling, C6ing, and grabbing the weapon as well. I get it. I definitely do. And that's why I'm being open, honest, and transparent with you guys. That's what I plan on doing. But because of that, I want to give you the best advice, and I want to make sure that I'm recommending the right things for you. And this, once again, is just my opinion. So anyways, let's go ahead right back into the video. I don't think C1 is necessary to go ahead and hunt for. I don't think it's necessary enough to go that deep, especially if you're low budget or free to play. I still think that saving your primos and your intertwined fates for future characters down the line it's just a better investment to guarantee yourself a future character that can maybe have really good synergy with your ball. Might be the better way to go instead of trying to buff your ball even more. I think having a C0 is really good, really beneficial, and then going for a future character is probably, in my opinion, the best option. That would be my best advice. Of course, at the end of the day, it is your account. You play the game how you want to, you spend your primos how you want to, and if you want to go for that C1 and you have the ability to or the means to, then by all means go for it, because that's what you want. And again, for the weapon as well, if you have the means to guarantee yourself the weapon, or if you want to gamble and test your luck, it's your account. I am not here to tell you what to do. I'm only here to give you advice and my recommendation, because I believe, if I'm not mistaken, and let me know in the comments down below if I'm incorrect on my math here, I believe to guarantee yourself the weapon, it takes about 240 pulls. That's a lot of pulls. That's a lot of intertwined fates. That's a lot of primos to dump to try and guarantee a weapon as good as it is. And and trust me, it's the best one. The thing about it also with the weapon for the Raiden Shogun is that it's really, if I'm being honest with you, really only beneficial for her. It's really not beneficial for any other character, not like the Staff of Homa is. The Staff of Homa, if we take a look at it, if you go to the Staff of Homa, this polearm in particular is a polearm that any polearm user actually benefits from, which is kind of nutty. Like the Staff of Homa actually has more versatility than the Engulfing Lightning does, which is the best in slot weapon for Ball, because of the nicheness that it brings to Ball, specifically how it just fits in with her kit. And she's the only one that can really bring out the full potential, and that weapon is really the only weapon that can bring out the full potential in her. But there are other pretty decent alternatives. I've spoken about the Skyward Spine, but you also have the new 4-star that's going to be coming that you're going to be able to get for free, which is an absolutely fantastic alternative. I mean, you can even, if you wanted to, slap this Primordial Jade Winged Spear on her, albeit not the best option to go with, especially if you have a Skyward Spine lying around, but still is an option. Do you need the Engulfing Lightning? No. Is it the best thing that you can place on your ball? Yes, it is, honestly. But if you don't, once again, if you don't have the means to guarantee yourself it, you are taking a huge risk as a free-to-play player and a low-budget spender, and I can't in good conscience recommend you to do that if you don't have the means to, or you can't guarantee it. Same thing with C1. C1 is absolutely fantastic, and constellations leading up to, I think, C4 are all just boosting your ball as a DPS character, really outputting the damage, making her a hard hitter, one that's going to be just doing banana insane damage. She's gonna be ridiculous. You better believe it. But it's not necessary. You know, it's really not necessary. A C0 Raiden Shogun is going to be one of the strongest characters in the game when she drops, at least from what we're seeing right now. Now, if things change and miHoYo decides to, you know, make some switch ups or make some changes within her kit, that's a different story. But as of right now, she's looking pretty nutty. She's looking pretty nutty. So to TLDR, and once again, this was a video for my free-to-play players, for my low-budget spenders, not necessarily anybody that's going to be going extremely deep, you know, and going extremely hard. The TLDR, if you're free to play or low budget, save your primos. If you don't have the means to guarantee yourself the weapon, save your primo, save your intertwined fates. If you can't, you know, even if you're trying to go for C1, I still recommend saving for future characters, as I think that's a better investment and even more beneficial. So that's what I believe, guys. That's what I think. But in the comments down below, I want to get your guys' opinion on what you plan on doing. And let me know, are you a free-to-play or a low budget? And let me know what your plans are when it comes to pulling for the Raiden Shogun and what you're going to be doing. But anyways, I hope this video was a bit informative. Hopefully, once again, I wasn't all over the place or convoluted. Man, I know I say that all the time, but I just, after I'm done with the video, I feel like I am. So I am truly sorry if I continue to say that. Nonetheless, once again, I just try and provide the best videos for you guys and give you the best advice and recommendations. And I appreciate each and every one of your support. I'm going to go ahead and get on out of here. Remember to stand out, be different, have fun, go further beyond in everything that you do. And until next time, my boys, until next time, it's your homie Cody GT, and I'm out. Bye, guys.